Hello, and welcome to Starting a Business Simplified. I'm Suzy Wraines, your host, and I look forward to helping you simplify starting a new business. Hello, and welcome to Business Simplified. I'm Suzy Wraines, your host, and in this episode, I'm going to talk to you about accountability. Accountability is different for everyone. For me, it's knowing that I have a task that needs to be done and I have a deadline attached to it. That's my way of being accountable. For others, it's having somebody that's checking in on them or helping them as they go about whatever their goal is that they're achieving. So, what I want to get you to think about is when you're thinking about accountability, first of all, think about what works for you. You can't follow what other people are doing because you're not going to respond to it. If you're a person who does better with deadlines and does better with having things written down that say, this is when something is due, then do that. If you're a person who needs to have a friend or family member that asks you about how things are going, then that's something that you'll want to set up. For me, I do a little bit of both. I don't do so well on having open ended deadlines. So I have to have a date attached somewhere on a task to know that that's when I need to have it completed by. Even if it's something that isn't requiring a date, I put a date on it. That helps me be motivated to want to move forward and finish that task. So when it comes to accountability, what is it that works best for you? Another part of accountability is partnering with somebody. Maybe they need accountability as much as you do. That's a very, very successful and helpful way to get accountability. When you ask somebody to be your accountability partner, it's good to look for somebody that is just as motivated as you are to be successful with accountability. It doesn't help if you find an accountability partner who isn't as excited as you are to actually go through and do the tasks that they're required to do. And it doesn't help to have an accountability partner that isn't willing to check in on you or isn't willing to share what it is that they're doing so that you can help check in on them. You really want to find somebody that you trust, excuse me, and somebody that is willing to do the work that goes behind being an accountability partner. One way that you can do this is by getting specific. When you ask somebody to be your accountability partner, ask them specifically what it is they want accountability around and tell them specifically what you want accountability around. Set up a way that you'll communicate. It doesn't have to be in person and it doesn't have to be on a Zoom call, or it can be just checking in a text or checking in an email, just what works best for both of you. We are all busy, and there's so much information going on out in the world, and there's so much going on. The biggest thing that you can do is be honest with yourself. And if you're not ready for an accountability partner, just don't have one. Because if you don't show up and they don't show up, then it's not going to work. So be honest with yourself. Are you ready for an accountability partner? And if you are, then look for somebody else who's ready for an accountability partner. Some ways that you can do that are to go to your networking places that you normally would. So you're a business owner or you're planning on starting a business. You can go find accountability partners in business groups. You can do social media if that's something you're interested in. You can do family and friends. So if you have somebody who's supporting you that is encouraging you in your business, it's a family member or a friend. Maybe they're not a business owner, but they have something that they would like you to check in on them with. You can also have an accountability partner that doesn't require them to have accountability. Maybe they just said, hey, I'm willing to support and help you. So I'm going to go ahead and be your accountability partner, even though I don't have something that I'm working on myself. So when you have an accountability partner, it actually causes you to work harder. And I say that because you have somebody who's actually asking. How many times do we sit down to work in our business and we think to ourselves, what does this even matter? Does anybody even notice that I'm doing this? Would anybody even care if I finished my blog post? Are they going to notice if I post on social media? Is anybody going to notice if I complete this task or if my bookkeeping is straight? um, you know what? There are people out there that will notice it. We just may never hear from them, and that's okay. But the biggest thing is, are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for your satisfaction? To be content, to be happy in what you're doing, to be excited about your business. Because if you're excited, it's not going to matter. You are going to do your bookkeeping. You know, you may not like it, but you will do it because it's a part of being a business owner. Um, and having an accountability partner around the things that you don't like to do is key. If you don't like doing bookkeeping, but you know you have to do it and you can't hire somebody to do it right away, get an accountability partner. Say, hey, can you just check in on me every Friday and say, how's the bookkeeping today? Because I need to do it once a week and I need somebody that's actually cares that I'm doing bookkeeping. That is totally okay. I'm going to tell you, I write blog posts and it's hard for me to write them. I like writing them, but I also feel like it's work. I found an accountability partner who's helping me work through sitting down and actually doing the blog post. So it's important to know that you have someone to lean on when you can reach out to them and say, I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to do this. It's not fun. And have them say, I know it's not fun, but you know what? Here's something you can do to help you get over this hump. And they can talk you through it, or they can email you through it, or they can instant message you, you know, however it is that you're communicating. They can help you and they can encourage you. Um, and I did that just this week because, again, I have a blog post that I'm writing and I don't really want to do it. I'm just kind of dragging my feet, and I should actually like doing these podcasts better than anything because I can just talk. It's so much easier. But I do want to do writing because I do enjoy writing. It just is so much more of a process to me. So I am going to sit down and do my blog post. And you all listening, you heard me say that. So um, you're my accountability. And guess what? I don't know. I will probably never hear from any of you, which is fine because I'm putting it out there in the universe that I'm going to finish my blog post this week. Today is Tuesday, but I'm going to finish my blog post this week. So, but yeah, I put that, I contacted my accountability partner and I was like, I don't want to do my blog posts. It feels like work and I just don't want to do it. And she was very encouraging. It was amazing to have somebody else say, you know what? I understand. It's hard. You're doing a great job. You write so well and it's going to be great when you finish it. And it was just good to hear those things. So my recommendation and what I'm going to challenge you to do is to find an accountability partner for 2023. Find someone that you trust and someone that you can confide in and be yourself with, because often being authentic is the key, and letting them know when you're struggling, because nobody can help you unless you tell them that you're struggling. So somebody that knows and someone that is okay with you saying, yeah, I'm a business owner, but I need help and this is not fun right now and I'm not excited about it. Because as business owners, we always want to have our professional, I got it all together. I know what I'm doing. I'm good. I'm happy. My business is successful. Like we put all of these visions of grandeur, I guess is the best way to describe it. We put all these things out into the universe that are like, yeah, everything's fine. It's all great. When really there are days when I just want to close my laptop and say, no, this is really hard. And we need those people in our corner that say, you know what? You're right. It is hard, but you're doing it. Look at what you've done. Look at all the things you've accomplished and look at how far you've come. And I know you can do more. And having those people in our corner that are cheerleading for us, that is so important. So my challenge to you is after you get done listening to this podcast or sometime this week, I don't want you to forget, and I want it to get pushed to the side. Go through your contact list and the people that you know and love and trust, and find somebody that you can reach out to and say, hey, would you mind being my accountability partner for this year, 2023, so that I can reach out to you and let you know what I'm working on and you can be supportive. And hey, do you need me to be your accountability partner for anything in your life that you got going on, whether they're a business owner or not? And just being there for somebody else is going to encourage you as well. When I encourage other people, I feel fulfilled, and it makes me feel like, yes, I want to keep moving forward. So just do it. I can't stress enough how helpful it's been for me. As business owners, we can feel alone, especially if you're doing your business on your own. I just suggest that you find somebody that you trust and reach out to them, and you will be so happy that you did. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I have coming up a lot of guests that are going to be coming on the show. I'm excited about that. There's going to be a lot coming up where you're going to get from all different types of business professionals um, tips and perspectives and experience and everything that you need to help you in starting your business. So I'm excited for that to happen in the coming year, and I'm excited about you getting an accountability partner. So get out there and do that, and I will see you in the next episode.